Gold slippeth away from the man who invested in businesses or purposes with which he is not familiar, or are not approved by those skilled in its keep. Hey everyone, Kadeem here, and today we're talking about the fourth law of gold from the richest man in Babylon. But before we get into it, remember, if you like this content, you like the video, feel free to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. I appreciate it. There's two different mindsets when it comes to money and the accumulation of money. And one of them is, I see that I have this extra 5,000, this extra 1,000, however much money sitting here, and it's like your hands are burning. You need to do something with that money. And I know you know what I'm talking about because you've been in that situation before. You know a lot of people who are like that, right? They have this money there and they can't just leave it to invest it in a place for the long term. They need something quick. They want to grow their money quickly, or they want to spend it. They want to go and buy liabilities, buy that new pair of shoes, new phone, whatever it is, right? And those are the two different mindsets that I find typically exist amongst people when it comes to seeing money sitting there in their hands or in their account. Now, this law, it kind of speaks to that. There's a parable in the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, and the character, he finally has some money, some gold, because he would normally get gold and just spend it, but now he was able to accumulate a certain amount of gold, and he was walking around and the gold coins were just clinking in his pocket, and he felt good, right? The sound, just the sound of it was like music to his ears. And he came across some individual who he did not know, who was offering him gems, saying these gems are very valuable, they're worth this much and that much, and you can sell them for a high return because these gems are only sold in certain parts of the world or the country, and they're very valuable, and it's worth the whole bag of gold. It's worth your whole purse. Now, of course, the character in this story, he ended up exchanging his gold for those gems. He ended up bringing those gems to a merchant to have them appraised, and the merchant looked at the gems and said, these are fake. They're fake. What that individual didn't know, the character who bought those gems, is that the individual who sold him those gems was from a place in the country known for trickery, for selling fake gems. But he invested into something without really understanding how it works, what it is, or how he could potentially get his gold back or make more gold on top of it. See, I bring up this parable to help you to realize and to think for yourself. There are many different ways to make money, especially in this digital age. Now, are you doing your research when it comes to making money? Because as I've said in one of my previous videos, if you don't have people, a good counsel around you, people who approve certain investments, then why are you going to invest in that thing? It's not been approved by those skilled in its keep, skilled in the keep of gold, skilled in the keep of money, or the accumulation of gold and the accumulation of money. And you don't know it yourself. The people who you know who actually accumulate wealth, they don't invest in those things, but you're going to go and try it? That if you can manage it and if it's for you, if you're in control, that's a different story. But if it's gems, right? This new type of gem that's come out, for example, and nobody has made any wealth off of this thing. The people you know who have accumulated wealth and keep wealth, they don't invest in this thing. And again, there's no proof to say that this thing will work. You're not in control of it. Why in the world would you invest in that thing? It doesn't really make sense, does it? We can look at things like Bitcoin. We can look at things like gold. We can look at a bunch of different NFTs, all those different things. That's a different story. People have made a lot of money on those things. Now, if you are taking your whole bank account, all of your assets, everything you own, and putting it into some new investment that you have no clue about, you didn't do your research on, no one's done research on, no one's made money on it, that's questionable. You're doing something incorrect, or you're going against this fourth law of gold. And I know you know people, or you maybe in your past have done something, made an investment that you weren't familiar with, and you had nobody advising you who was skilled in the keep of money, keep of gold. You had nobody like that telling you, yeah, go ahead and invest in that. but you decided to do it anyway and you lost money. I know a lot of people who have lost money investing in the wrong things. So again, I ask you, who are you taking advice from? Who are you seeking counsel from? This is one of the reasons I do what I do, because I like to be able to guide people along the journey to get to where they're going, whatever their financial goal is. As a financial professional, that's my goal. That's my job. That's what I do, right? It's my business. Now, there are some people in the industry that I'm not even going to go there who don't necessarily do the right thing. However, this is why it is important to seek the right advice, get the right information, do your research, instead of just jumping at the opportunities that are before you. The market is up, the market is down. You see it climbing and people, your friends are telling you, oh yeah, invest, it's gonna do great, and so on and so forth. Okay. A lot of stocks came out last year, a couple years ago, and a lot of those companies don't exist anymore. So if those were the stocks your friends were talking about, you lost money. Because you're just listening to the advice of those around you who are not necessarily skilled in the keep of gold and the keep of money. So surround yourself with the people who can give you the right advice in different areas of your life. If it's fitness, if it's mental health, if it's familial marriage, right? How to properly raise your children, right? Finance, whatever it is, business, entrepreneurship. Surround yourself with the right people, get the right information, do your research so that you can get the results you're looking for. When you listen to the right advice from the right people, when you do your research and you take heed of the information that you're learning and people are advising you, those who are skilled in the keep of gold, of money, then gold will stop slipping away from you. As long as you follow those principles, follow these laws, and you apply the right habits, financial habits to your financial situation, to your financial journey, gold will stop slipping away from you. All right, everybody. Hopefully that was helpful for someone. Kadeem here. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay blessed.